Today is Thursday, August 22nd, 2019. It's 4:24 p.m. and I'm calling Governor Gretchen Whitmer's main number, 517-373-3400.
Good afternoon, Governor Whitmer's office. How may I help?
Ma'am, I need to speak with someone in authority that can get evidence to Governor Gretchen Whitmer that I'm being murdered.
All right, one moment, please.
Ma'am, I'm trying to reach Governor Gretchen Whitmer on a matter of life and death. I need to speak with somebody in authority that can guarantee me that they can get my message to right into the hands of Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I have evidence to prove it.
Okay, the governor is not in the office at the moment, but I'm happy to listen to your concerns and share with the appropriate.
No. I need to speak with somebody besides the secretary. I'm being murdered, and I need somebody in authority that can guarantee me they can get my evidence into the hands of Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Who could do that?
I'm not a secretary. I'm one of her issue specialists. But if you feel like someone else is going to murder you now, I do highly suggest you call the stakeholders.
And I'll show you what happened when I did. Ma'am, I've got 80 evidence videos that I want to show to Governor Gretchen Whitmer that I'm being murdered at the hands of the gross negligence of Lapeer County employees that destroyed my home and have left me without running water since November 2017. I'm a disabled 68-year-old senior citizen that's been being tortured to death, and I've tried every way humanly possible to fight back legally and act as my own attorney, and it's been a total complete waste of time because I do not have the right to defend myself as my own attorney. I'm just being ignored. That's why I've got over 70 evidence videos that I want to send to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, that somebody in authority that's got to look at this, because I'm being murdered and I'm being ignored until I die. Now,
okay.
I need somebody in authority. The thing is, my local police are part of it, and all they're doing is ignoring me, and they know all about it. Lapeer DHHS installed a water heater that was totally wrong. It was done incompletely wrong, and it leaked 3 times, and they did $15,000 worth of damage, destroyed my home, and they've left me without running water ever since November 2017. No matter what I try to do to get it resolved, all I'm doing is being ignored, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. I can't live.
Can I get your first and last name, please?
What's your name, ma'am?
JAYSHANA.
JAYSHANA?
Yes.
How do I spell that?
JAYSHONA.
Okay, and what's your title, ma'am?
Issue specialist.
Issue specialist. Okay. Can you guarantee me that you can get this into the hands of Governor Gretchen Whitmer?
I can assure you that I'll have to come on to my director and she will.
No, that's not good enough. I need to speak to your director.
Okay, can I first get your name?
Can I speak to him today?
I will certainly check. You may be on the line.
The thing is, JAYSHANA, I'm taking my life in my hands because this has to do with corrupt. This has to do with corrupt.
I would first like to get your name. Sure. Could I get a last name?
Why? I'm afraid, ma'am. I'm telling you something. I'll show you. I have to show Governor Gretchen Whitmer police corruption. I've got evidence. I've got video evidence, but I'm not sending it to somebody that never gets it to her. I've already tried that. I've tried to get a hold of her, and the best I can get is get on her mailing list. And when I write to her, she doesn't respond. The only thing I got was a notice.
We're happy to look into that and follow up with you, but I would like it would be helpful.
So when is somebody, ma'am? When is somebody? This is a matter of life or death. I need to have somebody contact me within 24 hours. Can you guarantee me that?
I would guarantee that someone will call you as soon as possible.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough, ma'am. I'm dying. I'm being put to death by criminal government, and I'm talking to people that can't help me. And they keep telling me, yeah, I'm going to file it, and we're going to check it out, and nothing's happening.
Right. Well, sir, it will make things a lot faster and smoother if you could give me your last name and also phone number so we can call you back.
I want to speak with somebody that can guarantee me that somebody's going to contact me within 24. If it's a matter of life or death, how can you call me back in a week?
We're not going to call you back in a week.
When is somebody? No, I need somebody that. Ma'am, can you just put me through to your supervisor?
I can check with you if she's on the phone call.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, you got to understand, it's a matter of life or death. And I've got 70 over 70 videos of people ignoring me, and I'm not going to put up with any more of it. I need to get my evidence, and I have a right to live, and my right to live is being exterminated.
And I want to help ensure that, but we also need information from you so we can help you, and that would be your last name and your phone number as well.
Okay.
And phone number.
810.
And you're in Lapeer?
I'm in. Yes. And I want you to write down my evidence videos are on YouTube. I've got over 70 videos, and the videos are under Almont Senior, ALMONT, Almont Senior, SESENIOR, Almont Senior. That's it. But I've got over 70 evidence videos of state of Michigan employees committing gross negligence and willful criminal neglect and financial and physical abuse of a disabled senior citizen. They destroyed my home and they left me to die without running water since November 17th. When I called local dispatch trying to file a report today, the dispatch lady said, "Oh, you're saying that you're dying, you got no water, and you've been saying that for 2 years." That's what this dispatch lady told me, acting like I can't believe I'm trying to call the police, and that's what the dispatch department told me. And then the Almont police were supposed to come 2 hours ago and never showed up. That's the thing. I'm being ignored to death, and they're getting away with it.
Okay. Thank you.
Now you're going to give me. I need this, ma'am. You got to understand. How long could you last without water? I'm living like an animal, and they're laughing at me. They're watching it happen. I tried to file a complaint against the DHHS workers, and it was ignored. I had an Adult Protective Services agent lie to the DHHS crisis hotline, and the Almont police talked to this lady named Elaine Stoutenberg. She was a Adult Protective Services worker that said to have her call me, or have me call her, and she gave me the number to this crisis hotline. I called them for months, begging, "Please, I need water, I need help, please send somebody out." And then finally, the one person said, "I'll find out what's going on." And then he said there was an APS worker named Elaine Stoutenberg that said that you're in no danger because you got a grocery store right across the street. And so we every time that you call, we don't respond. So he said we're going to change that and fix it. And they never did. And I called that number for months, and no one ever came out. And then that woman lied. She lied. The nearest grocery store is a mile away, and I can't get to it because I'm disabled. And
I'm sorry, what was the name of that agency again?
What agency?
The one that you say you can call, and then they said there was nothing wrong.
Oh, Adult Protective Services.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. And this woman lied. This woman lied and said that I'm in no danger because I've got a grocery store right across the street. It's a lie. I'm a disabled a senior citizen. I can't walk. The nearest grocery store is a mile away, and I broke my collarbone in 4 places in 2015 trying to ride a bike to the grocery store to get food and water to survive. I'm stuck in a mobile home that they destroyed, and they made it uninhabitable. And I haven't had running water since November 2017. When I called the police to try to do something, when I tried to file a complaint against this Adult Protective Services worker for lying and putting my life in jeopardy, the Almont police refused to take the complaint. So I went down to the Almont police to file a complaint again, try to file the complaint, and when they refused, I tried to file a complaint against the officer that refused to file the complaint, and they threw me out. And I have a video of that too. And then I have a video of DHHS had a hearing on January 7th, 2019. It was supposed to be to resolve the issue of them destroying my house. And I went to the hearing. They gave me 2 days notice. They didn't expect me to show up. Somehow miraculously I showed up, and because I don't have transportation, when I showed up they weren't prepared for me. I had 32 witnesses online with a camera to video record the hearing for my protection. The lady would not allow me to video record, but I shut the camera off, but it was still playing, and you can hear the meeting where this woman said, "There's nothing we can do." She agreed with me. "Oh yeah, it sounds like they really screwed you. It sounds like they did this." And then she said, "Well, there's nothing we can do because all we can do is talk about your food stamps and anything else, but not anything going back and anything like that. So sorry, there's nothing we can do for you." Then she had the sheriff throw me out, and I went into the lobby to sit down because I couldn't catch my breath. And this sheriff followed me out. She said, "Get up, get out, and go home. We're following you." And I got a video of that too. I got a video of everything, and the thing is, I can't get it to the right people, and the people that are seeing it are ignoring it because they know it's just like the Almont police and the Lapeer County. I contacted the prosecutor. I tried to file complaints. They just ignore me. I try to act as my own attorney, and they ignore me. I've got 179 pages of legal precedents, and I've got over 70 evidence videos that are being ignored, and just with the hopes that I die before it ever gets dealt with. I called the Almont police begging them for water in May. I called the Adult Protective Services begging them for water. I called the Lapeer DHHS begging them for water, and so I was completely out of water for 4 days. I was delusional, and I have a vehicle that I.
Sir, do you have water right now?
No. Okay. No, ma'am. You have to listen to my situation. Here's what happened. I was without water for 4 days, and I was delusional. So on May 19th, 2019, I drove my vehicle, that didn't have license. It had insurance license. It had expired insurance, and I don't have a driver's license because of the driver oversight fees going back 16 years that they repealed. I tried to get my license, they wouldn't let me have it, but they let me buy a car and license and plate it, and I had a job, and they wouldn't let me take it. That was in 2016. That's when I went to DHHS and tried to get help, figuring I could get some kind of financial help, and all they did was they installed the water heater incorrectly and destroyed my house, caused $15,000 worth of damage that I am not legally responsible for, and I proved it, and no one will address it whatsoever. And in the meantime, I've been fighting to survive ever since. And what happened is on May 19th, I took my car illegally, and I was trying to get to the grocery store to get food and water, and I got arrested by Romeo State Police, and the Romeo State Police took my wallet and wouldn't let me take it to jail. I went to jail, and the next day the judge fined me a $100 bail, which I couldn't pay because my wallet was in my vehicle, and so I was sitting in jail, and I went on a hunger strike. And on May 23rd, 3 or 4 jail guards came into my cell and beat me up. And there's a video of that I'm trying to get, and it should be available today. And when I got out, I got a court-appointed attorney, and the court-appointed attorney didn't do anything for me for 3 months. I asked the court-appointed attorney to give me. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah.
I got an incoming call, but I don't want to lose the call to you. They're gonna hang it up, ma'am. Just wait a little bit longer. Oh wait, I know what to do. Okay, I'm sorry. And what happened is these police beat me up. I'm disabled. I'm 68 years old. I'm disabled. I was laying on a concrete slab, and I couldn't walk, and I was calling out for help, and 3 or 4 police came in and beat me up. And so then I wound up, they took me to Macomb County Hospital, and they checked me out. They confirmed there was a lot of damage, and then they took me back to the jail, and they let me go without bond, and 2 policemen drove me home. So they know they're at fault, and the problem is I can't get anybody to help me. My court-appointed lawyer didn't do anything for me for 3 months, and I had court on July 15th, and I showed up for court. I paid $150 for transportation to get to court, and my lawyer wasn't there, and the court didn't know anything about it. And when I contacted my lawyer that night, his secretary didn't know anything about it, and she said, "Oh, he'll call you back." And that was Monday the 15th, and I waited until Thursday. I think it was the 18th. The 18th, and I called his secretary back, and she said, "Oh, he messed up, and they rescheduled it for Monday," and that was giving me 1 business day notice, and that's not reasonable notice. So then I asked his secretary to ask them to postpone the hearing until at least August 3rd, when I get my Social Security check, so I could pay to have transportation to get to the hearing. And he, instead of telling him anything like that, or telling him that he screwed up and he only gave me 1 business day notice, he walked in and said that I failed to appear. And so they put out a warrant for my arrest. I didn't fail to do anything. What he failed to do is give me reasonable notice. That's legal. Legally, I am innocent. But what they're telling me is they've got a warrant out for my arrest, and I got to figure out somehow to get to Macomb County, and there's nothing they can do for me. So then I tried to file a complaint about the beating, and no one will tell me the straight story. I called are you still with me, ma'am? Okay, I contacted the jail, and the jail said, "Well, you got to come down." I said, "I can't come down." They said, "Well, that's all we can do. The only other thing is you can file a report with the state police." I called it. They gave me the number of the state police. The lady said, "Oh, you got the wrong post." She said, "You got to call this other number." I called that other number. They said, "No, you got to call your local LAPEER police or LAPEER state police." I called LAPEER state police, and the state police said, "Well, we can't have anybody come out. We're gonna have Almont police come out," and the Almont police are the ones that are covering everything up. So then I had no other choice. So they put me through to the Almont police, and this lady was supposed to come and get me and take me to court at 2 o'clock to turn myself in, and she never showed. That's the thing. I am being put to death. I'm being murdered, and what you got to do is if there's any justice at all in the state of Michigan, I'm innocent. I'm a disabled senior citizen, 68-year-old senior citizen that was denied the right to work in September 2016, and I've been trying to fight just to survive ever since. That's why I have over 70 videos as proof. It's Almont Senior. Somebody in authority has to look at what's going on and help me.
Okay, I do have all the details information.
You also have to understand. That I've got a civil rights case that's been going on for 2 years, and they've done nothing. And I've got videos of that proof too. Man, I'm being put to death. And if the state of Michigan is just murdering senior citizens, then just set up gas chambers or something more humane than making me starve to death and die of thirst.
Okay, could I get your address, Will?
That's Almont, Almont, Michigan. 48003.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
JAYSHANA, do you believe in God?
Yes.
You do? I'm being murdered, and I need help from a Christian. I'm being persecuted to death, ma'am. You take a look at my videos yourself. If they can do this to me, they can do this to you. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Please help me. Please help me, ma'am.
Yes, we're going to help as much as we can. So I'm going to share this.
The thing is, if I don't hear back from somebody within 48 hours, I'm going to go to social media and I'm going to say that Gretchen Whitmer ignored me.
I get it. We're not going to ignore you.
Okay, because I'll tell you, the thing is I voted for her, and
We appreciate your support, and no, we're not going to ignore you. So no need to go.
Please, if I don't hear from somebody within 48 hours, I have to, man, because you got to understand, I'm dying. They're torturing me to death. Just take a look at my videos. I am absolutely not kidding. That's why I've got them all on. I've organized them, and they can't beat me. That's the problem. What they've done is they can't beat me legally, so they just ignore me.
Okay. I got you. I'm flagging this now, and you take my phone number.
It's got to be within 48 hours, though. If I don't hear from somebody, if I don't hear from somebody by Monday night, ma'am, I got to go on social media, and I'm going because if Gretchen Whitmer lets me down, she's the one bragging about saving all the people's water in Flint and making sure everybody has drinking water. I haven't had drinking water since November 2017. Can you believe that? I'm disabled, a 68-year-old senior citizen. How could they do that to me?
I hear you. Okay, so I'm flagging it now. We will look into this. Reach out.
I need help. I need legal help. I need somebody to protect me. They want me. I have to somehow deal with this Macomb County jail. They got a warrant out for my arrest. I can't figure out how to get that taken off. And I didn't do anything wrong. I showed up on time the day that they told me, and that my lawyer wasn't there. And then he gives me 1 day's notice. That's a lie. He's lying. He lied to the court, and then the court puts a warrant out for my arrest, and then makes it impossible for me to defend myself. I have proof, and I'll show you when you go on. Ask anybody to go online and take a look at my videos. Take a look at my last videos of my attorney Dan Garon screwing up. Garon. Dan Garon. The guy didn't do anything for 3 months. I'm living in an uninhabitable house that has no water, and he just sat on my case for 3 months. And when I asked him to do something, he hung up on me.
Okay. All right. I have what I need. I'm flagging it now. We'll follow up. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.